So after 2 weeks away, I'm back in Moscow, reading headlines like this one in Komsomolskaya Pravda. The Anglo-Saxons are inciting Europe against Russia. Nothing's changed then. Moscow, in this case Sergei Lavrov, is continuing to demonise London and Washington, accusing them of leading Europe towards suicidal adventurism against Russia over Ukraine. There's an interesting article in today's RBK, the results of a study by, wait for it, the Institute of Scientific Information for Social Sciences of the Russian Academy of Sciences. A study about how Russia is portrayed in history textbooks of post-Soviet countries in the East, also in the Middle East and China. In the textbooks of countries of the former Soviet space, Russia is portrayed as a colonial state that persecuted people on the territories it incorporated, damaging local culture. For example, in Azerbaijan, the creation of Soviet power is referred to in textbooks there as a military invasion carried out with the help of treacherous forces. The authors of the primary history textbook of the Interior Ministry Academy of Uzbekistan describe the incorporation of Central Asia into the Russian Empire as a violent conquest. They also reject the opinion of historians that the colonial policy of Tsarist Russia in Turkestan had progressive consequences. What's interesting about this is that this jars with the image Russia is trying to cultivate today amongst its neighbours and in the global south. Today, Russia is trying to market itself as historically an anti-colonial power. It constantly criticises the colonial past of Western European nations. On to Nezavisima Gazeta. Another wing of the Russian Academy of Sciences has conducted a survey on the effect of the special military operation, the war in Ukraine, inside Russia. 33% of those polled said their relatives and or friends are taking part or participated in events on the territory of Ukraine. 13% of people polled said they have dead or wounded in their close circle. When people were asked to characterise the changes in their lives over the past year, they tended to view these more negatively than positively. 31% said there had been some or considerable change for the better. 33% answered that there had been some or considerable change for the worse. Commenting on the survey, Russian political scientist Alexei Makarkin notes the division between those unhappy with the special military operation and those who have benefited from it, between the city intelligentsia experiencing political restrictions and nostalgia for the early 2000s, and those fighting or who have relatives fighting.